What's up, YouTube? This is Team Revelation coming at you with another deck profile. Today we got Rockstun. I feel like Rockstun's going to be a really good deck this format. I didn't really see a lot of play last format. A little bit too slow. A lot of decks would probably have ran it over. But I feel like this format being slow, you know, with Konami taking a lot of the power cards out, that this deck is going to do really well. So I'm going to get right into the deck profile. We have 3 Guardian, 3 Sandman, and 2 Wall. These are your main cards. What they do is that you tribute each of them when your opponent activates. So Guardian negates and destroys effect monsters. Sandman stops traps, and Wall stops spells. They're 1900 beat sticks. And during the end phase, you have to reveal an Iron Core or Rock type monster to keep them alive. I don't run any Iron Core, but I run a ton of rocks. So I always have to make sure I have a rock in hand so I can keep them alive. But they are great. Have 3 Fossil Dyna. This card is awesome. You know, stop special summon, shuts a lot of decks down. I also run Solidarity in this deck, so could ramp it up to 2,000, keep it on the field longer. Also, awesome card, 3 Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master. You know, they attack into it, and his effect is when they attack a defense position monster, this defense position monster, excuse me, that you bounce their monster to the top of the deck. So, pretty much anything. This card is great. Black Golem, I absolutely love this deck. I feel like Rockstun Black Golem works the best in because all the monsters I run are Earth, and when you have an Earth monster in your grave, you contribute this guy and summon 2 level 4 Rock or lower Rock type monsters from your grave. The only negative is they don't get their effects, but you can pretty much go into any rank 3 or 4, and you know, except for himself, I have a lot of other targets. So really nice to have. The text I have for monsters are 2 stones, actually the Aztecs. I really like him because, you know, I have a monster face down. They might think it's Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master or Fossil Dyna. They attack into this. He's got 2,000 defense. His effect is, you know, when they take battle damage from this guy, it's doubled. So, you know, burn damage right then and there. And then Grand Mole. You know, Grand Mole is a nice card to have. Not really any explanation towards that. Going into the spells, we got 3 Catapult Zone. This is the field spell for the deck. It says once per turn, when a monster you control be destroyed, you send a Rock type monster from your graveyard instead. So it doesn't have to be Rock type monster, but since all I run is rocks, you know, it works great. It fills the grave up. It works great with Black Golem. You know, fills it up so you can get its effect off faster. You have 2 Duality for consistency and draw power. You got 2 MST, spell and trap removal. Dark Hole, of course, the last of the Trinity. Great to have. 2 Solidarity is great in this deck. You have to at least have a rock in your grave. And all I run is rocks. And they get their attacks raised by 800. So all my clock meters go to 27. Like I said, Fossil Dyna goes to 2,000. So really like having this card. And the tech for spells is Wiseman Chalice. Your Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel was talking about, you know, having like alternatives for Monster Reborn. And one of them was Wiseman's Chalice. I really like this card because it says that when you control no monsters, you could summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard. It can't be tributed or used as a material monster, but you can still attack with it or use it as an Exceed monster. And then during the end phase, you have to return it to your opponent. So it's really nice to use Exceeds because then you don't have to give it back. Or if you're just going for game, you know, you could just attack. I think it's a really nice replacement for Monster Reborn. Obviously, you know, Monster Reborn is a lot better, but I really like using it as one. For the traps, I use 1 Warning. I use 2 Dark Bribe. A lot of people, you know, haven't used this in a long time, you know, because Solemn Judgment was pretty much what Dark Bribe did. But now with Judgment gone, Dark Bribe is really nice. I only run 2. You know, it pretty much negates spells and traps. They only draw 1 card, so it's not that bad. 2 Calls is really good too. You know, another replacement for Monster Reborn. really cool combos. You call the Haunted, bring back Black Golem, and then Tribute. Or you could use your Quacky Mirrors and you have Solidarity, you know. Really nice to stop their attacks. Speaking of stopping attacks, I have 2 Mirror Force and 2 D-Prison to wrap up the traps. You know, sometimes they think they're going for a game, and you have Mirror Force or D-Prison down, so really nice to have. That's the main deck. This is the extra deck that I have. Soul Silver Mountain. This card is great for this deck. It requires 2 level 3. It's a rock-type monster. When you summon it, you could select a spell or trap card that they control, and then as long as this monster stays in the field, they can't use it. So if you know they have like a Mirror Force or Deep Prison down, you summon this card and you target it, and then they can use it. Plus, you know, with Solidarity, it increases his attack, so it's nice to have. And then his other effect is that if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you could select an Earth-type monster from your graveyard and special summon it. I mean, all I run is Earth-type monsters, so this card is really good in this deck. And then for other rank 3s, I run Leviathan, 10 Tempo, and Zen Mains. And then for rank 4s, I run 2 Fairy King. He's really good in this deck too, like Soul Silver Mountain, because he's an Earth, and his effect states that all non-Earth monsters lose 500 attack and defense. So, you know, he has 2300, so he's pretty good. When he uses effect, he can get over a lot of stuff. And then I run Cowboy, Black Ship, Maystroke, Pappy, Roach. Like Josh said, you know, I didn't really use Roach a lot last format either, but I think with Synchros coming back and maybe other decks that use high-level monsters, Roach will definitely be nice to have again. Kachikochi Dragon, Sky Pegasus. Josh uses this card too. I think it's really nice. It kind of reminds me of like Black Ship because, you know, about the 1,000 points or whatever. Utopia, and then Pearl. I don't have a side deck for this deck because unfortunately the format hasn't started yet. There hasn't been any YCSs, maybe a few regionals and stuff, so I really don't know what the top decks are, so I really don't know what to side. But I hope you guys like the deck profile. You know, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment and message. Check out our other videos. We're going to be having a lot of other videos soon, and thanks, YouTube.